Welcome everyone to the Lamer and the Brewer tasting session. I'm sitting here with Cam from Southpaw Brewing Co today. Welcome, thank you. Cheers for having me. Brought along a really tasty APA for us to try today. It is Uncle Charlie, 5.9%. I'll leave it up to you to tell us some stuff about it and we'll try it.
Alright, well, it is our APA. It's the first beer we made as Southpaw, and it's been our sort of staple and flagship ever since. It's kind of an American style pale ale with New Zealand hops and American hops. So the idea behind this beer and kind of all of our beers is American style beers with sort of a New Zealand twist to them. So generous amounts of Motueka and Ricard as late hops in this beer. So you get that really nice tropical fruit and sort of stone fruitiness, apricots and sort of grapefruit and passion fruit from those hops, and then can match that with the American hops, so the real standout Citra and Simcoe, where you get beautiful citrus and zesty, limey, all sorts of things like that. So hopefully you get a full bouquet of really interesting fruit and something a little bit unique.
It's very smooth too. Very, almost a little bit creamy.
Yeah, worked quite hard with the malt grist on this one. So I know a lot of the hops are kind of the standout characteristic of beers like this, but in order for them to shine as well as you want, you need a really solid malt backing to it. So a lot of those caramel malts and sweeter malts that are in this beer help to create that smoothness and just the drinkability, so you can keep tasting those hops without being sort of massively overwhelmed by the bitterness that they create.
So as this was one of your, was your first beer, so how much experimenting, how much time and effort goes into actually getting that right before you go, yeah, I'm happy with that? Or are you ever truly happy with it?
That's a good question. I mean, there's a fair amount of experimenting with, getting to know your ingredients and how they interact with each other, good hop combinations or certain amounts of bitterness with certain malts and things like that. So, sometimes when you're working on a smaller scale, maybe things happen whereby the balance isn't just quite as you want it, or maybe you might want to tweak back bitterness or increase bitterness ever so slightly. So you're always sort of thinking and tinkering with things like that. But this beer, we came up with the recipe based on other beers that I've made in the past, and kind of took ideas from certain things. And the first time we made it, we were really happy with the combination of hops, so we've pretty much stuck with that ever since. And then just sort of subtle tweaks here and there, but otherwise it's been more or less the same.
Oh, well, it's a fantastic tasting beer. Definitely going to enjoy that. So if you're out there and you can find some Uncle Charlie somewhere on tap, nice and fresh, or down here at Philosophy, we've had it a couple of times and it's always been very, very popular. Go grab some. Cheers.